Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be at the AI Show at ASU+GSV, talking about the book, Job Moves, 9 Steps for Making Progress in Your Career. Good to see some familiar faces and friends out here. And this is essentially a book of what color is your parachute for the 21st century. And what I thought I would do is we'll run through some of the highlights in 10 minutes. I promise we'll have you out then and kick it over to Jessica Lindahl to talk about her book around preparing for this world. But the reality right now is that jobs and careers are really tough. 1 billion people switch jobs worldwide every single year. On average, we're switching every 4 years roughly. And if you look at the younger generations, they're switching jobs even more frequently than that. And number 3, 75%, roughly 3/4 of individuals say that when they make a job switch, they regret that move within a year, and 75% of people in current jobs are disengaged. Many of them have quietly quit, and over 50% are actively looking for something new. So the job market at the moment is turbulent. Where people are in their careers is turbulent and difficult. And the reality of that we put forth in the book is that there's this moment where people actually can step back and realize they have more agency and control over their destinies and futures than they realize. And this basic insight is from the theory Jobs to be Done. My co-author, Bob Mesta, is the creator of this Jobs to be Done theory. He's built literally over 3,500 products and services and launched them in the market. And it's that employees are not just hired by companies, they actually hire companies to help them make progress in their lives. So they're not just sort of passive recipients hoping that they get hired, but they actually have choice in this matter as well. They get to choose, is this a place I'm going to work in exchange for the money, benefits, and so forth that they're going to get. Now, to be fair, most individuals don't realize this, right? Most individuals, if you ask them how they got their last job, they assign a lot of luck to it. I just prayed, crossed my fingers, hoped it would work out. It was like Russian roulette. If I, put it on black, maybe it would work out for me. Rolled the dice. It's a numbers game. If I had the AI apply to 1,000 open postings, eventually something would work out. I'd eventually get that recipient because I was just trying to boost the number in hope of me possibly getting hired. But what our research shows, studying literally over 1,000 individuals who switched jobs over the course of 15 years, is that they're giving luck a much bigger role in what is a much more causal process, where there are a series of dominoes that tip into each other that cause things to occur the way they do. And the basic argument of the book and the insights from these over 1,000 individuals who switch jobs is that there are 14 forces that push people to look for something new. So these are things that range from when I don't respect or trust the people I work with, when I feel like the work I'm doing has little to no impact, when I feel like I've got a new manager and I have to start over, right? So these are the causal forces that start to push people to say, this is not good enough. It's time for me to rethink. People only really make a move, to be clear, when 3 to 5 of these things are acting on them. And then on the other side, you also need what we call the pulls, the allures of something new. And similarly, 3 to 5 of these tend to need to come together for people to actually make the job switch. And so these are things like, so I can have more time to spend with others outside of work, so that my values and beliefs are aligned with the company and the people I work with. So frankly, it can fit into my outside life. My career can fit in other things that are important to me or where people are depending on me, things of that nature. Now, I'm going to give you a tool at the very end that you can grab to figure out where you are in your own journey, which of these are acting on you and so forth. But the reality is this is also very complex, 14 pushes, 16 pulls. And so we clustered them into 4 what we call quests for progress that help people understand why are you moving for jobs. And if you understand why you're moving, it helps you understand what you need to optimize on. So on one axis, it's do you want to build on reset of what gives you energy and how your time is used in a job? And on the other axis, it's do you want to build or reset the ways your next job makes use of your capabilities, sort of the assets or skills that you bring to the table. And on one hand, you got the get out quest, right? When you want to reset your energy and what you do, you just want to get out and almost start over. The flip side of that is if you want to build on your energy and build on what you do, you want to take the next step in your career. If you're looking to build on the ways in which you work, the what you do, but how you work, you want to reset, we call that regain control. This is like work-life balance, or I want control over my time, things of that nature. And when you're looking to reset what you do, but you like how you work, you're looking to regain alignment. So this is basically, I don't feel respected for the skills I bring to the table. I don't get to do what I want to be doing. And where you are on this map, no one's fully one thing or the other for the most part. Where you are on this map helps you understand what's a good or bad choice for you. Now, this requires a big shift. You have to stop focusing on what you'll be, the title, the money you get, the name of the job, and instead start to think about what you'll do on a day-to-day basis and week-to-week basis, and how does that line up with what gives you energy and the skills that you really want to bring to the table and that you're good at. The quick analogy to think about that is that we're no longer thinking about the features of a place. So like if you look at real estate listings, the granite countertops, the open floor design, all those things are nice, but which ones are really important require you to know how I'm going to live in that home. And that's true with work as well. I care less about all the job descriptions and the titles and things of that nature, but what's the week to week and day to day actually going to be like? And how does it line up? And it turns out that if you understand that, you can actually learn what's a good or bad fit, what trade-offs you will have to make before switching. And this is a really important part of it, which is we teach you in the book how to prototype, how to have informational interviews, not to sort of meander around and understand how someone got a job, but to understand how their day-to-day and week-to-week line up with the things that give you energy and the what you want to do. And the real idea of this is to change the odds of the current job matching process from sort of 1,000 applications for one open job to really break out of that mindset, right? Today, the process and the hiring journey is really, it starts with the job description. You bring your resume in, you have AI talking to AI on both sides. It's a really difficult job. And what we want to do is bust out how the game is played today. Because the reality is today's job descriptions are largely made up. They're stolen from requirements that used to be in the job. You look at what competitors' postings are looking at and you list more things. You put all these skills and requirements and 5 years experience for an entry-level job required. And the reality is companies are looking for unicorns if you believe the job descriptions. Now we know unicorns don't exist, so prospective employees on the other side, aided by AI at this point, are basically taking all their experiences and dressing it up in manufactured resumes to try to hit the keywords that are in the job descriptions and presenting themselves as superheroes. And what you see happening is that employers are saying, I don't believe the superhero exists, and the superheroes are saying, I don't believe the unicorn exists. And so they're hiring based on network, not largely based on the job applications coming from online. You can just look at the research on this. It's consistently clear that over 50% and as high as 85% of jobs are filled by who you know, not by online applications into the abyss. And so the key is to learn this process of learning before switching, to really make your job process social, to be understanding what people do, to be curious, understand how it lines up with what you want to do, and really think about the doing, not the title or the being or things of that nature. Last piece of this is that as you go through this process, you need to know how to tell your story. We still a Mad Libs exercise from Pixar that helps you understand to tell the narrative and what you can contribute and why you are the right fit, not a recitation of your resume. This is how you can build an elevator pitch that starts with a once upon a time, what you learned about yourself and what you bring to the table in 30 seconds to a minute. And if you want to understand what's really driving your switch, you can jump on this free resource at this website to play from jobmoves.com to start to play with the assessment and figure out your past moves, maybe your current one, what's really driving me right now, and how do I find the right match in the market. I hope this helps you as you navigate, and I'm thrilled that Jessica Lindell is going to be coming up momentarily to talk to you about how to play the game of upskilling and finding that right fit. So thank you so much. Appreciate it.